they have a word, yeah. And today you're welcome to Setro Craft channel. I'm Joke Setro, and in case you're new on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell so that you're notified of the latest videos. So what are we going to be doing today? Today we want to achieve these flowery petal designs, which is as easy as A and B and C on a simple dress, creating or unique style. So I want you to just sit down, go nowhere, don't touch that. Let's get to cutting. So having your fabric like this, it's not necessary it's this type of flower or design. Whatever design you have on your fabric, cutting it out is so easy. You just come this way. You have to have mastered the art of cutting. And when I want to cut out this, I'm going to create like quarter-inch allowance that I'm going to use to stitch it, or let's say half-inch around the petals. It's not advisable you cut very close to your petals or flowers or whatever design. So professionally, it's good you leave like half-inch allowance around like this, like undoing. That will help you on your stitching. And when you're done with stitching, you're going to cut out, cut away. So I'm just trying to create this allowance for stitching around. So you do this just to round the design. Can you see I've created allowance around the flower? So I'll cut right on the allowance, just like so. You just cut and make sure you follow the pattern. You have to master these hearts, just like so. So I have the flower like so. What am I going to do next? I'll come here, I'll place on another fabric, same fabric, because I'm going to stitch it in out and bring it in out. So I'll just cut round. I could just trace it like I did, but I don't want to. I just want to cut round, just because even when I'm done with stitching, I'm still going to trim out everything to the exact shape of the petal or whatever shape of the pattern on your fabric that you want to use to create a special effect. And you could also create the effect on your sleeve, anywhere. You could just come out with any nice design, just be innovative about it. So that's what we're gonna do. So I just cut out this I'm gonna use to stitch right side of this petal, facing the right side of this other material that I want to use to stitch it. So right side facing each other like so. I'm gonna stitch carefully. I will stitch out the petals just to come out the way you saw it in the intro. So let's go to the stitching. So you just place it like so. Then you come to your machine. You have to be able to sew holes very well. So you stitch like the allowance you created. You stitch not directly, or you could stitch directly or very close. But by the time you're cutting, you don't cut directly. So you get to this point. By the time you get to this point, you raise up your foot and you go. Right now you're cutting out, just cut out like so. But one thing you should be sure of is that cut like quarter-inch away from the stitch or sewing line. I know what I'm saying. Because if you cut directly on this line that you stitch, it's going to be cutting. So you just cut it like so. And by the time you get to this edges, you make sure you go inside and you knock inside like I'm doing, carefully, but not to cut on the line that you stitch. You make sure it goes down. That's what will make it relaxed. If not, it will not be relaxed at this point. So when you take it like this again. So having cut round like so, can you see? Just leaving the head. So what I'll do right now is that I'll go to this wrong side just to turn it in out. I'll just take a little portion, a little part like this. I'll just cut a bit. So with this, I'll be able to turn in out just like so. in case you've not subscribed to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell so that you'll be notified of our latest video. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like if it has been beneficial to you, so that I'll upload more interesting content. So by the time you place your iron on heat right now, it's going to come out perfectly well. And you see these portions, you have to make sure that you go to the back, you make sure that the edges inside towards the V, it's really relaxed. That's why it will come out. And you might be wondering that why did I come out with this type of shape? The lower cloth that I was using to do like a lining was not enough to cover the petals, so I just cut the petals the way I wanted. But if the fabric was actually enough, I would still have enough shape. But I made sure I cut some of the petals just to fall along with the shape of the fabric underneath. So just like that, you bring out every edge and you use your iron to press smoothly. You give it a nice press and it's going to come out nicely so that each of the edges relaxes. So I just stitched. You just come to your machine, one after the other, you stitch like so. You join them together, whatever design you want to use. I just joined them, I stitched, just stitching together. So I have it straight like this. I took another one, I stitched here and stitched here. So I have it straight like this right now. I have two of this. So what do I want to do right now? I'm going to be affixing them to the fabric. This is the fabric. This is the lower part of the fabric. That's where I'm affixing it for the design. So I'll just make sure that I open the maybe back panel or front panel. I've done the front panel, this is the back panel. So I open it like this. Then I start stitching. I make sure that it's properly well laid out like this. Yeah, with this, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it has been beneficial to you. And on February So you might like to watch my last video on various necklines, so you know how to achieve this neckline and so many other necklines. And you may also like to watch this or this video.